Before the iPhone, before Android, there was BlackBerry. For years, BlackBerry was the device of choice for business professionals. If you worked on Wall Street, if you worked in government, if you managed a large company, there was a good chance you carried a BlackBerry. Presidents used BlackBerry devices. Government officials used them. Lawyers used them. Bankers used them. Chief executives used them. The company built its reputation on three things: security, reliability, and productivity. Its physical keyboard became legendary. People could type quickly, read emails anywhere, and stay connected at all times. For many professionals, a BlackBerry wasn't just a phone. It was an essential tool. At its peak, BlackBerry controlled nearly half of the smartphone market in the United States. That level of dominance is rare. Very few technology companies ever reach it. The brand became a symbol of success, a symbol of influence, a symbol of importance. If someone carried a BlackBerry, people assumed they were busy, important, connected. The company seemed unstoppable. Its products were respected, its customers were loyal, and its future looked secure. But technology has a habit of changing expectations, sometimes very quickly. And in 2007, a different vision of the future arrived, a vision that BlackBerry did not take seriously enough. In 2007, Steve Jobs introduced the iPhone. Today, that presentation is remembered as a turning point. But at the time, many industry leaders were skeptical, including BlackBerry. The iPhone had no physical keyboard. Its battery could not be removed. It was expensive, unproven, and aimed at consumers rather than business users. To many BlackBerry executives, the device appeared incomplete. A touchscreen keyboard seemed impractical. Typing on glass felt inefficient. Professionals needed real buttons. At least, that was the assumption. And for many years, that assumption had been correct. BlackBerry believed it understood what customers wanted. The company had spent years listening to business users, years refining security, years improving productivity, years building trust. But the market was changing, and customer expectations were changing with it. People no longer wanted phones that simply worked. They wanted phones that felt modern, phones that were enjoyable to use, phones that could do more than email, more than messaging, more than work. The iPhone wasn't competing for BlackBerry's present. It was competing for the future, and BlackBerry did not fully recognize the difference. The common story is that BlackBerry failed because it ignored smartphones. That isn't true. BlackBerry helped create the smartphone industry. Long before the iPhone, BlackBerry devices were already connecting people to email, messaging, and the internet. The company understood mobile technology. The company understood business users. The company understood security. The real problem was more subtle. BlackBerry misunderstood where value was moving. For years, the company believed its greatest advantage was the keyboard. The keyboard was fast, reliable, efficient. Customers loved it. BlackBerry also believed security would protect its position. Large corporations trusted the platform. Governments trusted the platform. Financial institutions trusted the platform. Those advantages were real. But the market was beginning to value something else: user experience, applications, ecosystems, convenience. Apple focused on software. Google focused on Android. Developers followed those platforms, and consumers followed the developers. Every year, more applications appeared, more services appeared, and more people began spending their lives inside mobile ecosystems. Meanwhile, BlackBerry continued improving the things that had already made it successful: better keyboards, better email, better security. But the center of the market was moving, and BlackBerry was moving more slowly. The company wasn't standing still. It was improving constantly. The problem was that it was improving the wrong things. History is filled with organizations that perfected yesterday's strengths, only to discover that the future no longer valued them. By the early 2010s, the outcome was becoming difficult to ignore. Apple continued growing. Android expanded even faster. Developers left. Consumers left. And BlackBerry's market share continued to shrink. The company launched new devices, new software, new strategies, but momentum had already shifted. And momentum is difficult to recover once it is lost. For years, BlackBerry had defined mobile communication. Now it was struggling to remain relevant. A company that once shaped the industry was being shaped by it. Many people describe BlackBerry's story as a technology failure. It wasn't. BlackBerry had talented engineers. It had loyal customers. It had strong technology. And it had resources. The deeper problem was success. Success had shaped the company's assumptions. BlackBerry believed the future would continue rewarding the things that had made it successful: security, productivity, physical keyboards. But the market chose something different. This pattern appears throughout business history. Yahoo, Nokia, Blockbuster, Kodak. The future rarely announces itself. It usually arrives quietly, looking incomplete, looking unimportant, looking easy to dismiss. By the time everyone agrees it matters, the advantage is already gone. BlackBerry was not destroyed by technology. It was destroyed by its inability to adapt quickly enough to a changing world. And that is the unspoken system. Yesterday's advantage can become tomorrow's weakness.